It's like, ladies, like, even if you're not Jewish, don't wear short skirts if you don't have the legs to pull it off. And ladies also don't wear short skirts and then like be pulling them down the whole time, like you're sitting across from me, or like you're sitting somewhere and you're like, you know, you're like tugging down your short skirt all the time. Like, don't do it. Like, I would say,
just wear a long one. You don't have to think about any of that.
Right, right. And I'd say most women who wear short skirts can't pull it off. You don't have the legs. So ladies, you've got to know what your assets are, and if your assets, you know, may very well be what's the opposite of an asset? A debit. You're, like you know, feel free to like take a photo and email it to me and say, "Lady, should I wear short skirts?"
Or a liability.
Yeah,
that's
asset or liability.
It's an asset or liability.
Like, ladies, if you don't have it, definitely don't flaunt it, because that way people think, oh, she's so modest, and like she's just, you know, she's just a tasteful person, and you know, she fears God, and that's how people think about you. But let's say you go out there, you got all this cellulite on your legs, you wear short skirts, so then people think you're a tramp, you're a slut, that you have no idea how much cellulite you have on your legs, that you have bad taste, you have no idea of community norms, you have no idea about your own attractiveness, you don't take the care to work out, make yourself fit and attractive if you're going to be flaunting it, and they're going to think you're a fool and a slut and a shonda, and it's just not worth it. So ladies, like, generally speaking, you're better off wearing long skirts. And also, don't wear pants if you can't pull it off in public. Like, a lot of women wear pants, and they're like, you know, it's like a big semi-trunk back there. It's like, you know, like it's like takes the whole aisle in Ralph's. Like, you know, she goes clump, 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 clump. Like, women, unless you're slender, you're just not going to look good in pants. So don't wear pants out in public if you've got a big butt.
I got to tell you something. I was thinking about you today.
Yeah, were you thinking about Torah and you thought, oh, I wonder what Levi would?
No, we went out we were eating lunch today, my sister and I, at that New Mexican restaurant. Really good. Let me put in a plug. Really good restaurant. It's called what the hell is it called? Mexikosher.
Yeah.
Mexikosher. Really nice. Right here on Pico.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sitting there with a burrito.
Yeah.
Right. And my sister's working on something, I don't know, some Mexican salad, something. And we're sitting outdoors and watching the people walk by. And I happened to notice that there was a woman who had kids. And the kids were all standing, you know, it was like, you know, Mama Bear, and then like the little kids were standing next to her. They're walking on the sidewalk. And they stopped like right near us, and they were getting ready to jaywalk. Right, she brings her kids across the street. But I thought about you because I said, okay, here's a woman who's popped out like, you know, 4 or 5 kids here already, right? So normally in a situation like that, what do we see? What is her body type at that point?
Normally she's obese.
Normally she kind of lets herself go.
Right.
Right. This woman looked anorexic. She was so thin. And her kids were thin. Like the metabolism in that family was very high, very fast metabolism. And she bounces back apparently from like each pregnancy, you know, like, you know, whoop, 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 like an, you know.
Jacqueline Kennedy was kind of like that.
And I was like, wow, that's impressive, because that's like the opposite. That's like the opposite of what you normally see. And I was thinking, Levi would like to see this. This would be amazing, just to see a woman who could pop him out and kept the same body shape. Yeah,
I totally respect that. Something else, I was like walking down Pico Boulevard one Shabbat morning, and I was walking behind these 2 fat Frumi women, and they were just like going off.
They took up the whole sidewalk.
Yeah, and they were just like going off on their friend who like wore red or something. She said like, they were saying like, red's not sneers, and you know, skirt to the knee is not sneers. But like, there's these like fat, unattractive women, like, you know, folks, if you're fat and unattractive, don't go like trashing, you know, hot-looking chicks and then packaging it all as, oh, I'm just, you know, I'm concerned about Kedusha and sneers. And, whoa. You know, it's just not appropriate. So it's better not to even trash.
You off your game.
You're not standing up for Torah when you're fat and ugly and unattractive and dressed schlumpy, and you're walking down the public street, like trashing someone who may still look good. Like, that doesn't make, God smile. That doesn't make Jews look good. That doesn't make anyone want to be Orthodox. So, like, be careful. Don't go out there and give Orthodox Jews a bad name. Like, if you can't keep yourself in shape, don't go around trashing those who do.
That's well said. David Amelech said something similar. He said, make sure your own house is in order. I don't know how that relates here, but make sure, before you start trashing other people, make sure that, you're perfect. Like Jesus said, who's going to throw the first stone? Let be somebody who's perfect, right? But no, seriously, that's before you criticize other people, make sure that you work on yourself first. Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, like in some Orthodox communities, it seems like they all agree to get fat, so that we know.
They have meetings on that. No, the sisterhood will get together like on a Thursday night, and they say,
let's all get fat.
No, but first of all, they have to order in pizza for them. You have to order in pizza, and then during the pizza thing, while they're having the pizza at the meeting, then the first order of business is, we all have to look,
schlumpy, so that our husbands don't desire, any other spouse.
Right, we all have to be on the same page here.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to work like if 4 or 5 of us are going to go like the fat way.
Yeah,
the
4
other
or 5 of us stay in shape.
It's 4 or 5 go to Curbs every night, right, after work. So then everybody's going to be looking at those, and you ever seen the guys? A lot of times the guys are, yeah, a lot of them are a little bit overweight too, so, it's not surprising to see that there's so many frum people that are battling the weight problem. And I write about this in my book. A lot of the problem is just built in. That, there's all these things that in Judaism that involve eating. On Shabbos, you're just supposed to sit around and eat big meals, right? And you can't exercise. You can't go on a run. You can't use your, you can't go to the gym. You can't work out. You can't play ball. You can't do anything. You just have to sit around and eat and put on the pounds. And then you wonder why we became so fat. Like, look what happens on a 3-day Yom Tov.
We got 3 of those this year.
Oh Jesus, really?
For Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot.
Yeah, and then you just
3-day.
And you're gonna be eating like honey and honey cakes and you're gonna be eating like all this stuff in the sukkah. Oh, it's a mitzvah. And then at the end of Tishrei, you're gonna put on like 10 pounds because you didn't run. You didn't keep up with your normal, schedule of working out, and you had to work extra time because you needed to take off so much time for the holidays, so you put in overtime at work, and you didn't work out you didn't do any exercise the whole Tishrei, but you ate extra food and then you end up fat. And then you wonder why all the Jews are fat. And then there's no shortage of Jewish kosher restaurants around here. We even commented about this today. We were talking about this. This is like, how do you, when you see like how important, like how, people going out to eat all the time, it's not surprising, that we're
I'll never forget my horror the first time I stepped foot inside a synagogue. It was this Reform temple, and like 98% of the people there were shorter than me. Like, they were quite short. They were like deformed. Like, their face was like all fat and scrunched up like this, and like a big nose. And it was like something out of Disturber, that 1930s Nazi, cruel cartoon publication. And like, couldn't believe how unattractive, frankly ugly many of them were. Short and kind of like fat, and it's like, I thought, oh my God, I'm joining. This is going to be my new people. It was quite
whoa! But you could say to yourself, well, I'm taller and I'm better looking than them, and I'm going to get all the chicks.
Exactly.
That was your first thought. You thought, this is good. I'm going to be the big fish in the short, ugly pond, right? And then all the chicks are going to be coming my way. But little did you know that when you get to the other side, you become a Jew. None of the chicks want you because you were involved in porn. That's right. So here's my thing, and I want to ask you a question. This will lead to our final topic, and then we'll close off tonight. If you had known that you would have this much problems with finding a